If a gas company wants to put a pipeline in your backyard, can you say no? Well, some Oklahoma ranchers thought they had a choice, and they're now learning otherwise. Evan, you have been investigating this.
Yeah, over the last few months, I've been speaking to some angry Oklahomans, ranch owners who have an issue with the new pipeline being built on their land, they say, without their permission. Clayton Huffnagel does not have a problem with pipelines on his property.
I think there's in excess of 5 lines here already.
He has a problem with one specific pipeline. Huffnagel says previous lines went in without disturbing this giant center pivot irrigation system. He says crews putting in the new midship pipeline took a different tactic.
They just went ahead and tore it down.
They just cut it.
Yeah, they had to cut it to disassemble that section that's on the ground.
Huffnagel says it's a piece of equipment worth tens of thousands of dollars. Is the pipeline company going to pay for that?
Yeah, I doubt that. I don't know. I hope to.
The Wheaton cattle rancher says it was just a sign of issues to come. Improper drainage control, damaged crops, and topsoil ruined by construction crews.
It's hard to say exactly how much damage was done to the wheat crop. I know there's significant damage was done.
The Huffnagel property just outside of Okarche marks essentially the start of the 200-plus mile midship pipeline, a massive 36-inch diameter pipe that will soon carry natural gas across 8 Oklahoma counties.
Can you see how it's dead in some areas? Right up against the easement.
Nate Lapps is a former energy company landman who now represents more than 100 property owners along the path of the pipeline. The Huffnagels and others hired him to be their advocate and to keep track of damages.
Some areas you'll see in other pipelines, every 10 miles there'll be an issue, area of concern. But this is basically the first 120 miles is basically destroyed.
By late summer, Lapps says he'd accounted for $30 million in damages, and government documents back him up. The Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, or FERC, took the rare step on July 3rd of ordering Midship to stop all work on a 53-mile section of the pipeline, citing, quote, multiple areas of new and repeated non-compliance, saying these types of non-compliance cannot continue.
I've never seen that ever in all the years of being in this business, ever seen FERC shut down a project.
Midship is owned by Cheniere Energy, a large oil and gas company based out of Houston. The company declined to be interviewed on camera for this story. In an email, a spokesperson said, "We took FERC's concerns seriously and worked diligently and quickly with our contractor to remedy the issues. We will continue to prioritize our efforts to complete this project in a reasonable manner. We received notice to proceed from FERC later the same month." But even more frustrating to landowners is this. The Midship pipeline is being built on their land, whether they agreed to it or not.
No was not an option.
Mark Morris owns a farm and utility vehicle dealership just outside of Chickasha.
I promise people do not know that they could come into your place. They could decide to run it through your land by your house, and you have nothing you can do about it.
Morris, like other landowners I spoke to, says Midship made a financial offer that he felt was not a fair value. And when negotiations went nowhere, Midship went to federal court. And on January 3rd, Eastern Oklahoma District Judge Ronald White granted Midship, quote, immediate possession of the easement sought. This gave Midship access to every property along the proposed pipeline route, with the understanding that the owners will receive compensation through the court. As part of that, the courts ordered the company to put up nearly $2 million to ensure the farmers get paid. This process all legally authorized through eminent domain.
I don't see how they can come out and just take our land.
Kent Barrington is also frustrated. He has 4 generations of his family living on his land, a working farm with hay, wheat, and cattle.
It makes you feel like you're pretty well, America's not free like we think it is.
Barrington, Morris, and Huffnagel all say this has put them in a position they never expected to be in, at odds with a major player in an industry they still support. You've been friendly and open to natural gas pipelines in the past.
Sure we have.
In the future, you're going to be a little bit more guarded, it sounds like.
Very much so, after this experience.
We understand pipeline brings money to Oklahoma. oil field brings money to Oklahoma, but they got to treat the people right also.
Things are developing as we speak. I'm told to expect to see a series of lawsuits soon in state court suing both Midship and the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission.